Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a Revenger deck profile for premium format. Alright, let's just get into it. First, we're going to start off with the Revenger Raging Form Dragon. 2 and 2 Limit Break, 2 V. Nothing wrong with that. Limit Break basically has the same ability as V, but it has the requirements of the Limit Break. And when the Limit Break attacks, it gains plus 3,000 power when it attacks. And its limit break is that you have to sacrifice 3 Revenger specific units to re-ride a Raging Form Dragon from your hand. Now, you have to do the exact same thing, is sacrifice 3 units with Revenger in its card name, but you choose 1 grade 3 with Revenger in its card name. That means you can just re-ride this, and then this, and then into the next grade 3 that we play in the deck. Alright. Next, we play 3 Slay Hex Dragon. Slay Hex Dragon has the ability that if it's placed on the Vanguard Circle, or when it rides a unit with Revenger in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, search up to 1 Raging Form Dragon, ride it as stand, shuffle your deck, and then put this unit back from your soul back into your hand. Really good card, really good for the Raging Form Dragon deck. How I usually use it is this, use its skill, Superior Ride this, and then use it to go into Raging Ramped in the G zone. It's really good. I really like this card. And then the final grade 3 that we play for the normal units is Raging Fall Reverse. Good for an extra attack. Say if you have it in your hand and you're on V Raging Form, you can just go right into Raging Fall. Its ability is that you can lock one of your rear guards with Revenger in its card name, choose 3 of your Revengers, then it gains they gain plus 5k. And then his main ability is that you counterblast 3 and discard 3 cards from your hand, choose two of your stand rear guards and lock them. And then if you have 2 or more locked units or 5 cards in your damage zone, you stand this unit. But its ability's cost is reduced by 1 for each locked card. So it's really good. It's just good for an extra multi-attack with the Vanguard if you have that ability. Next, for the grade 2s, we play 3 Overcoming Revenger Rukia. I hope I'm saying that right. Rukia's ability is that when it's rode upon by a unit with Revenger in its card name, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose 1 card with Revenger in its card name and grade equal to or less than your opponent's Vanguard from among them, reveal it and put it into your hand and put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. And then its rearguard ability is if you have a grade 1, or if you have another grade 1 with Revenger and card name in the same column as this unit, it has plus 5k. So this is your primary grade 2 Vanguard turn, because then it just adds another unit into the hand. Next, we play 2 Tartu. 2 Tartu, I find at 2 for my build is pretty good. It's a Soul Blast 1. When it's placed from hand on Vanguard or Rearguard, Soul Blast 1, search up to 1 card with grade 1 or less card with Revenger in its card name, call it to Rearguard, shuffle your deck, and at the end of the turn, retire it. But you're going to be retiring your units anyway because that's how Shadow Paladins work. Next, we play 4 Revenger Dark Bless Angel. Dark Bless Angel's ability is that when it's put into the drop zone from Rearguard for the cost of your unit's ability, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Revenger in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to a grade 1 card with Revenger in its card name, shuffle your deck, and at the end of the turn, retire the unit called by this effect. Really good for getting multiple cards on the field for, say, Raging Form's Limit Break, or just any sort of Shadow Paladin sacrifice in general. And then 3 Mana. Mana, I am so glad that this card has been reprinted. It has been a very long time that it's come out, but Mana is so good for this deck. When it's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, if you have a Shadow Paladin Vanguard, search your deck for up to a grade 1 or less card with Revenger in its card name, call it to the same column as this unit, shuffle your, and then at the end of the turn, put that unit on the bottom of the deck. Really good card. So glad it got reprinted. Literally, there's no other replacement for mana. Next on the grade 1s, we play 4 Self-Control Revenger Rakia. Rakia's ability, at least I'm hoping I'm saying it right. When you have a grade 3 Revenger and its card name placed on Vanguard, by riding a grade 2, search your deck up to 1 grade 1 Revenger and its card name, call it as rest, and shuffle your deck. And then it's Rearguard Act skill, Soul Blast 2, choose a grade 2 with Revenger and its card name from drop and call it to Rearguard in the same column as this unit. Really good for, say, getting Dark Bless back, or yeah, that's really about it. You can call Rukia, but it would only get, like, it would give you like an extra, like, 20, it would give you a 21k line. Next we play 4 Revenger Reniel. Reniel is so good. Its ability is that when this attacks, or the attack this unit boost hits a Vanguard, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card Revenger and its card name from among it, reveal it and put it into your hand, and then put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. When this unit is retired from Rearguard by your card's ability, Soul Blast 1, you retire it. In one of my matches that I've done, I got 2 Reniels and I just wiped my island's board because they didn't call much. Really good card, and really good for searching out other Revengers that you can use for the next turn. For the next card, we play the 1 Cherishing Knight Branwen, in case we don't have Slay Hex in your hand or any of the Raging Forms. It's just really good. I prefer it at a 1 of, as a worst case scenario. Next, we play 2 Detecting Revenger Alfie. At least I'm hoping I pronounced that, because I'm very bad with names. This unit allows you to rest it, look at the top 5 cards of the deck for a Raging Form, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you didn't find a Raging Form, you get to choose one of your other rear guards, and it gains 2,000 power. The 2,000 may not be very much, but it's still a pretty good card for being able to search out your Raging Forms. And then we also play Revenger of Vigor Mar. Mar is Revenger specific. It requires a counterblast with Revenger in its card name. And when it's placed on Rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Revenger in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, search up to 1 card in your deck with the same name, reveal it to your opponent, and put it into your hand and shuffle the deck. So really good in case you don't have, really good in case you're doing your constant Persona rides. You can call this unit, get an extra copy of Raging Form to your hand, and it's just really good. Next, for the grade 0s, we play our basic V starter, Crisis Revenger Fritz. Basic V draw, draw a card, and you gain a quick shield if you go second. For the trigger lineup, we do 4 draw for the PGs. I'm thinking about taking one of the PGs and putting in another crit for an Elementaria. I'm thinking about it. I haven't actually decided it yet. I'm actually very comfortable with this build, but I think an Elementaria would work in this deck. But if you have Elementaria and you think it would work in the deck, by all means, add it to your deck. I just feel more comfortable having 4 perfect guards, or 4 PGs in my hand, especially with the draw triggers. Next, we play 4 heals. 3 of the grade 3 heals, and 1 of the Revenger Counter Charge or Soul Charge heal. Really good lineup. Good for these heals are good for early. These goods. This heal is good for back if you use it for G guarding. It's just really good triggers. Next, we play 3 Taboo Mage Kafirs. With the errata that came out, they're the Claret Sword triggers, but we don't use them for that. We use it for the errata version, where if it's damage checked, you reveal it, or if it's revealed in a damage check, you draw a card. Really good defensively, not going to complain there. And then next we play 4 Stride Crits. The Stride Crits, you know, if you use them for Stride, they gain +3 grades, so they go from grade 0 to grade 3 when you're using them discard for Stride. And then we play Art of Manoa for the Overtrigger. I'm going to be switching it out for the blue OT. This one is just for, because I just can't find the blue OTs. This one allows me to give my rearguards drive checks if I have any, but since I'm playing Shadow Paladins, I don't have rearguards. This one's just as budget as I can be, just going from there. Next, for the crest, the Raging Form Dragon Crest, what it has the ability to do is it gives your Heart with Revenger Raging Form Dragon. If you have a Heart with Raging Form Dragon with the Limit Break ability, if you were to pay the cost for your Raging Ramped Dragon, it changes the cost. It says this cost can be paid with retire 3 rearguards with Revengers in its card name. Original grade 3s with Revenger, or original grade 3s with Limit Break gain 30 or up to 13,000, and your Vanguard's Limit Break even if your damage is 3 or less. So really good when activating when you have your Revenger grade 3 turns or you're on Raging Ramped. For the G Zone, we play 1 Harmonix Messiah because we play the Guardian Shield, and it's good for Link Joker, but I don't really come across many Link Jokers, but it is good to have it just in case. That's pretty much all I can say about that, and it's also good for damage denial. Yeah. We play the Drag Ruler Stride for Revengers. I mostly just use it to pay the cost for Raging Ramped in the when you Superior Stride using his ability. Next, we play the Heart and Soul of the deck to get things rolling. We play Raging Ramped Dragon, 4 of them. This card is super good. Its actability in the G Zone, if you have a Vanguard, if you're Vanguard with grade 3 or with grade 3 Revenger with Raging Form Dragon with the Limit Break ability, and you did not get an imaginary gift this fight, choose 1 or more cards from your hand with the sum of being grade 3 or greater and discard them and stride this unit on your Vanguard from face down. Turn a card with Revenger and its card name face up in the G Zone. You get 2 imaginary gifts and the Raging Form. And then its main ability during the battle phase. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If you have a Heart with Raging in its card name, you can, with the crest, you can change the cost to retire 3, but its main cost is retire 2 rearguards and discard 2 Abyss Dragons from your hand. Put this unit into the G Zone, choose up to 1 face down Raging Ramp Dragon in your G Zone and stride it as on your Vanguard as stand, and it loses 1 drive. It's really good. I prefer to use the Crest's ability to retire 3 units. It's not a once per turn, so you can constantly just keep on going into your Raging Ramped after your Raging Ramped. I've pulled it off at least 3 times in practice matches against my teammates. It's really good. It's super fun. And that's pretty much all I have to say about Raging Ramped. Next, I play 2 Chain Rankers. Chain Rankers have the ability to give multi-attack to the Vanguard as well, because you turn a card face up in your G Zone and you get all the abilities of your Heart. So if you're on Raging Form, you can gain the abilities, and then you can use Raging Form's ability as the Heart to Superior Ride a grade 3 with Revenger on top of Chain Ranker, and Chain Ranker just goes back to the G Zone. But on the Chain Ranker attack, his GB3, If you have 3 or more grade 1 or less units on the rear guard, will call his or her units from hand to Guardian Circle. He or she must call three or more units at the same time. Really good ability. I preferably love this card. I'm glad that it got reprinted, but I got mine as the triple rares early on. Next, I play 2 Morfessa. Morfessa is good for just guard denial. In a practice match, one of my teammates was testing out their deck. They asked me to go easy on them, and then they pushed out the Ichi Tom combo, and I just wasn't playing any games there. I pulled out Morfessa, and I played the exact same game they did. I did guard restrict. They had a hard time guarding. It's really good. Morfessa is just a really good card in my opinion. Next, I play Dark Knight Crow Crush. Good first stride if you choose to go into Raging Ramps. You get the imaginary gifts. It's really good to cause some pressure to your opponent with them having to retire 2 or more units, and if they don't, this unit just restands with an extra 10k and no loss of drive checks. So it's just really good. I have no complaints about it, but if I don't use it and I just go into either Chain Ranker or Morfessa after Raging Ramped, I just use this as flip fodder. Now for the G guards, I play 1 Dragweiser Branache. Really good because I want grade 1s in the drop zone for my other G guards in order to be able to activate their skills. So this just gets other grade 1s into the drop zone as early as possible. Next, I play 2 Plotmaker. Like I said, want to grade 1s in the drop zone as early as possible because Ritual 3 plus 10k to the shield, making him a 25k shield. And then next I play 2 Dark Dragon Deep Griever Dragon. Deep Griever is one of the best Shadow Paladin G Guardians that I've ever seen and I've ever played in this deck. When he's placed on Guardian Circle, you get to choose up to 5 grade 1 cards from the drop and put them on the bottom of the deck in any order. Deep Griever gains 5,000 shield for each card put, and if you put 5 cards, you counterblast 1, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit. So if you put 5 units, he becomes a PG. Really good card. I don't have any complaints about that. Just really, really good. And that is my deck. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any changes that you think would be, probably beneficial for the deck, that would be great. I'm always taking comments on my decks to see if anyone has any other ideas. But thank you again, and if you like the video, like and subscribe, and we'll be back next week with the standard deck profile. Thank you. Have a good night.